All systems go. The Grizzlies primed and ready to play. Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And now time for the State Farm opening lineups. First for the Warriors. And then for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Well, with Zach Randolph going down last year and missing a significant amount of time, you knew that the Grizzlies would have to have some other players step up, and they sure got it from Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. Those two guys really upped their games, and I thought they were the key to Memphis having an excellent season.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
Here's Collison. They set the pick. The kick out to Brown. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Now, see, that's a big part of what makes the Grizzlies so good. They don't have a go-to guy, but rather just a wonderful collection, Clark, of good young players in a lot of positions.
And no real weaknesses either. I mean, there really isn't one area or position or style that they can't adapt to or play with, Kevin. And you like that about their team. Part of their success is just their ability to be able to match up with anybody.
Left side, Brown gets it to go.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Gordon goes in. Shot is no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
Well, trying times for Eric Gordon last season. Traded to the Hornets for Chris Paul, and then in the first game of the season injured his knee. Ended up getting knee surgery in February. Missed a lot of time. Hopefully he can stay healthy this season.
And the Warriors making a change here. Brown's checked in. From deep, Williams. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Collison. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pushes up, blocked. Here's Williams to halt the run. That's good. And Steve, I think for Gordon, it came out that the knee injury may have preceded the trade. Some cartilage damage. That was what ended up requiring the surgery.
And the really powerfully built leapers in the NBA can suffer damage to their knees. It's a demanding game. It puts a lot of torque and pressure on the knee joint. Gordon has trimmed some of the baby fat since joining the NBA, but he's still one of the strongest guards in the league, and he has to be mindful of how much weight he's carrying.
You know, the interesting story a year ago with Golden State was a promise of season ticket holders that they would make the playoffs. And, you know, I thought went overboard a little bit because the Warriors team just wasn't quite talented enough to fulfill that promise. And anytime you put yourself out on a limb like that, it can be dangerous. You're now in a vulnerable spot.
Took him no time at all on that one. He has 5. Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Westfall, and he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws. And to be fair, the Warriors were in a position at one point where they had a chance at the playoffs. I'm going back some time now, but the injuries just put them out of contention.
Yeah, it really did, and although it derailed them a bit, it showed the value of depth, something the Warriors wanted to address this offseason, and they still have playoff ambitions because of that.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Marvin Williams is checked in for Odom. Green comes in for Maurice Evans. And it's Mayo in for Eric Gordon.
The Memphis Grizzlies had one of the better home records in the league last year. I mean, they were right there near the top of the league in terms of home wins. Very tough to beat. 26-7 was the record, Kevin.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's tipped. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin, Mark Jackson gave me a couple of moments. One player we discussed in detail is the young Bradley Beal. He said, I was a fan of his game from watching him at Florida. His combination of outside shooting and slashing make him a very tough cover. We're going to put pressure on him and try to take the ball out of his hands. And Kevin, Beal's such an intriguing talent. We'll see if he's able to put up some big numbers.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And that one's good.
And we see him get so many points that way because the effort is there constantly on the offensive glass.
It's Terry outside. That drops. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Clark back to Memphis at home. Those 26 wins at home, tied for the second most in the Western Conference, and it really let you know that they were one of the elite teams in the conference. Steve, an up-and-coming team, certainly.
Well, this is a very difficult arena to play in, and an underrated venue, I think, the FedEx Forum. It's a great place. The fans are rabid, and they love this young team that is so impressive and has such a bright future ahead.
So both teams changing it up here. There's the dish to Brown. Lets it go with a 3. Great D that time from Collison. Memphis leading. He gathers. Missed inside.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Now the feed to Brown. Pass to Brown. The 3 is launched, and the basket good. Brown's got himself on the board with 3 there. He gets it up. No good. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first one.